Today I got these shoes in the mail. They're called Clorts and they're from China, and they asked me to do a review on them, so I'm going to take a little bit of time. Start off today with about a 1 mile, maybe a mile and a half little hike with these shoes on. From what I can see so far, they're very comfortable to be the type of shoes they are. They're water shoes, and for the price range of them, for the material that they're made out of, they could be one of the most comfortable shoes I've ever put on my feet, but we'll make a better judgment on that after we get about a mile done. So I'm not wearing socks with these shoes, so that's a little bit different than what I'm usually used to. These shoes are used for stuff like kayaking in some place where you'll be in a lot of water and different stuff like that, maybe walking along the beach right at the edge of the water or something like that. And so these are pretty neat concept, real thin, very lightweight, probably the most lightweight shoes I've ever had on my feet. So they're real comfortable, they're real light. We're going to see how the materials hold up, and we'll get back with you in a little bit. I'm out here putting some miles on these Clorts shoes. Done a lot of investigation on these shoes as far as the manufacturer, what they were manufactured for, and they are classified as not only water sports shoes but as hiking shoes as well. And so I did a test with them about a mile's distance without socks, because if I get in the water, I don't like to have socks on. So I just naturally assumed you're not supposed to wear socks with them. But I didn't particularly enjoy that experience because of the way the insoles of the shoes are made, kind of like a filter material. Because of that fact, they were a little uncomfortable without my socks on. So I've been wearing them with socks ever since. If my feet get wet, they do drain right out. A regular pair of shoes, if I get them wet and leave them out in the sun, they'll dry pretty fast. These shoes recommend that you don't leave them out in the sun. I suspect that's for the sake of the glue. And so letting these things dry inside the house took about 6 hours. So that's pretty good. All the water drained out and the shoe was able to dry fairly quickly on its own. If you get a pair of regular shoes wet and just let them dry out in your living room, they're going to take a good while to dry out. Plus that means fungus, athlete's foot, all kinds of stuff. I did spray these shoes after I got them wet. So I'm not too worried about that with these shoes. But the biggest thing I'm worried about is, as soft and light as the shoe is, it's extremely comfortable, but I'm worried about, will it hold up? And I don't want to recommend it for a hiking shoe before I know if it's going to hold up or not. It's an extremely comfortable shoe. Don't have any problem with that so far. Just, will it hold up? So, just out trying to test that. All right, I'm going to go ahead and give you a 3-week review on these, and then I'll come back in 6 months and see how they've held up as far as the quality of the material goes. So far, the glue's been fine. Nothing's come apart. I've had them wet. I've had them in cold water, warm water. I've had them on the hiking trail. I've had them on the asphalt, in the grass, back and forth to the store. Just conducting regular everyday business in these shoes now for 3 weeks. They started off real comfortable. When I first put my feet in them, they were super comfortable. Over the last 2 or 3 weeks, I have been able to tell that the soles have flattened out just a little bit, but they're still comfortable. I intend to do some 6-mile hikes with these things and try to compare them with the Merrells, but up to around 2 miles, these shoes are as good for walking as any other. I would like them to be a little tighter around the soles. I think I've told you in another video that I broke my foot in high school in a car accident and then re-aggravated that while I was in Marine Corps boot camp. And so I have a little trouble with my feet anyway, but I would like to see how these shoes treat my feet over an extended period of time, and I'll do a report on that later. But so far, these are doing well. I don't have an extreme amount of fatigue in my feet after 2 miles, and that's par for the course. I don't usually have any problems. I'll go hiking in the boots that I bought from Walmart, the Brahmas, and they're pretty worn out by now, and so they'll let you down after a couple of miles. But up to about 2 miles, they're still good. And so these shoes here, I think they're somewhere around $55 in that neighborhood on Amazon, and that's about the price of the hiking boots that I bought from Walmart, the Brahmas. And so I think they're comparable in quality, quality of materials. So if you're looking for a water shoe, and if you're looking for a shoe that's also a hiking shoe, up to a couple of miles, I think these would be good. Like I say, I'll give you some further distances later on and see how they hold up to both comfort and durability. But for right now, for the cost of these shoes, I think you'll be satisfied with them. You definitely get what you pay for, and that's with any shoe that I've ever tried. I've always got what I paid for as far as quality goes. But for the price that these are set out on Amazon, and for the comfort that I've got out of them so far, real easy to wear, real light. For those things, I would say that they're definitely worth the price of the shoe. They're not a bad looking shoe. It's got a little bit of light green in it, which I don't like light green. I like OD green, but these are blue and gray, and they've got a little bit of a green accent in them. And so got a red accent around the laces and stuff as well. Some people don't care about looks at all, but that is what it is. It's a decent looking shoe. It's got very good quality as far as the comfort. The quality of comfort is something that's important to me as far as having foot trouble and stuff like that. But being almost 50 years old and having had foot trouble all my life, these have been adequate for the first 3 weeks. And so we'll keep testing them, and we'll come back and give a review on them after we put a lot of miles on them. So far, so good. Don't think you'll be disappointed for at least the shorter to intermediate distances for walking and so forth. That's all I got for you right now. I'll continue to test the quality and the durability, and we'll get back with you on them. Have a great day.